Hi, good everyone. This is Don Okek. This is 26th of February, and you already know we make 50,000 naira every day. And without further ado, let's go make 50,000 naira today. So, we've started up this series since the 18th of February, the series of making 50,000 naira every single day, and we've been achieving it. We funded our account with 2 million, and every single day from the 18th of February till now, we're making 50,000 naira. Some days we've even made more than 50,000 naira. We even missed a day, that was on the 23rd of February, but even though we missed a day, we have still made over 355,000 naira in profits. Now, what I'll be teaching you today is something that I've been teaching right from the day one. I'm only doing it over and over again so you can see how consistent it is. And as a skilled um, programmer, but as a skilled professional trader, let me use that word. I have lots of experience when it comes to betting and playing games. So on this particular episode or this particular series, all I want to do is to keep on betting and betting and betting and betting every single day. So that way, I believe as each day passes, you get to learn something you were not able to learn yesterday. So yesterday, something happened. We ran into lots of losses. Like we lost so much, and guess what? Despite losing over 300,000, we were able to still recover all our losses and still make a whole lot of profit. Now, this is something that you might not have known before now, but the way I managed to come out from that loss is something that you would actually want to learn because one day you might be faced in that position. And then remember when I faced similar position and what I did. So if you're watching this video, please do not get bored. Make sure you watch every single episode I upload every day. Because at the end of the day, it's making you a better punt. Okay, thank God, I've found the word I'm looking for. A professional punter. It makes you a better punter, and you get to win often. We bet on the scheduled virtuals. You should already know this by now. But if you're coming here for the first time, Sportybet has like two kind of virtual football. They have the instant virtual football, which is the one you can see here, and then they have the scheduled virtual football. So you already know the difference. Instant is like instant as the name implies. Scheduled takes a couple of minutes, and the schedule is what we provide predictions for. Schedule is what is stable. Schedule is where we're making 50,000 naira every day, and schedule is where we're going to be making 50,000 naira today. Now, unlike the previous episodes that I get to do, it's just me talking. On this episode, it's going to be fun. I want to make sure every single episode I create right now is going to be fun. It's going to be memorable. It has to be something you would learn from. It has to be something you would enjoy looking forward to. So pardon me, I'll be jamming up while we're making our videos, so we have that positive vibe around us. We're gonna start up this episode with introduction from All I Do Is Win, because all we're gonna be doing is winning like we've been winning every single day. So without further ado, let's get into it. And now let's get to use the prediction software. So if you're asking how we get to make our prediction, do we just play games? For no. We use a prediction software from rainapps.com. So I am a programmer. If you're new to the platform, you will know this, but if you've been following me for long, you should be able to know this. I create softwares, forex trading bots, I create crypto trading bots, I create machine learning, I create web app. I have 15 years plus of experience in coding. This is going to make it 16 years. So I've been coding for 16 years, right from when I was little. So I think, let's just say 16 when I started coding professionally. From 16 years till now, and I've been coding perfectly fine. So this is like a whole, no, 13. This is like a whole, okay, let's say 16 was when I got so good in coding. 13 was just still learning. I started coding perfectly when I was 16, but from 13 till now, I've been coding for more than 15 years plus. So whenever I teach about coding, whenever I say anything about coding, know that I'm talking from a whole lot of experience. I'm saying this because I also offer programming courses in case you want to learn how to create a crypto trading bot, forex trading bot, smart AIs, machine learning, anything of sorts. I'm like a number one guy for that. So Renault.com is one of my websites or one of my apps as well. This is a prediction platform that gives you predictions on virtual football. Now, due to popular demands, everyone has been saying, "Oh, I want to join. I want to tap into this. 50,000 naira. I want to be making money." Just what you do. I've decided to start betting live. Live simply means whenever I'm betting, you can join me. You can bet along with me. As I'm making profit, I'm making profit. But this offer will only be to people on the Ultra. So if you have an Ultra subscription with us, whenever I'm betting, you can join me to bet. Now, normally the Ultra goes for 50k monthly. This is for people in Nigeria, 50,000 naira monthly. But I'm going to be giving a 40% discount from now to the 7th of March. So if you're coming on board on the Ultra monthly from today, which is the 26th of February, to the 7th of March, you can simply just pay 30,000 naira, which is 40% off the normal price, and then get into it. So instead of paying 50,000 naira, you can pay 30. But this deal would only last from now till the 7th of March. The 7th of March, this deal, expires. So if you're watching this video, you can just tap into it. Now, without further ado, let's get into betting. I'm going to be logging in right now straight to my Renaps account. I'm going straight to Sportybet, and all I want to do is win, because that is all we've been doing. From this episode, you get to understand that betting is not just all about playing 1 naira to win 1 million. Betting is all about strategic. Some people bet for fun, some people bet as a business. We here at Renaps, we bet as a business. The aim is to make money daily. And so far so good. We have a proven record which you have seen. We're making 50,000 naira every single day. This is something you could verify from our episode 1. So if you're watching up our video, you're going to learn a whole new vibe, a whole new mentality, a whole new strategy. It's no longer using 1,000 naira to win 20,000. In fact, it's just trying to make double of what we're betting. So if we're betting 10,000, the aim is to just get an extra 10,000. So with our 2 million naira, with our 2.3 currently, we'll be betting 10,000 naira to get an extra 10,000 naira. This has been working for us from the 18th of February, making 50,000 naira. You're going to watch how this works using the ultra indicator, the one I told you of that goes for 50,000, but we're giving out the 40% discount. You're going to see us make our profit now. So watch, pay attention. If you have any questions you want to ask, use the comment section. So let's get back into it. Now, first of all, we're going to be studying the markets. First of all, so I'm going to hit on previous prediction. We'll also show you the last game to predict. If you're using the software or even the free, you see that after each prediction is being given, there's a previous prediction. We'll also drop our winning rates, so people like you can be able to verify how good our softwares are. So you want to know how was the winning rate like. To show you how sincere, straightforward we are, we'll also provide previous predictions, so you'll be able to track the market and you'll be able to know when to enter and when not to enter. I'm going to be clicking on current season so I can see the predictions for this current season, and I'm going to go to graph. So looking at the graph, we have two kinds of predictions. We have a normal prediction and a switch. I can see from this graph that the switch prediction is not just advisable, so I won't bet on the switch on this episode. I'm just going to focus on the graph because the graph looks like what is fixable at the moment. Now, the way the graph works is there are over 8 ways of studying the graph. One of the popular ones I use is from week 1 to 5. Make sure you have up to 3 over 1.5. So if you have up to 3 over 1.5 from week 1 to 5, then an extra at least 1 over 1.5 from 6 to 7. It simply means that season is going to be favoring a whole lot of goals. You can bet with it. There are a whole lot of graph techniques that we have recorded down. So if you're on the ultra indicator, please reach out to us. We would guide you through, would teach you how to do it. Now, if you don't have my phone number, this is it. Let me log out so you can see it here. 070378. Okay, it's coming up. That's not, it's wrong. Log out. Let me okay, yes, logging out now. So if you don't have my phone number, it's going to appear now on the screen. 070378444095. You can reach out to us, so you'll be able to get all the video tutorials on how to study up the graph, when to enter the market, when not to enter the market, because the strategy we use, if you're not careful enough, you could blow up your account. But if you have been watching our episodes, I think that will be impossible, because we'll teach you how to manage your money properly, that no matter how you lose, you'll be able to always recover your money and still bounce back with profit. So studying the graph, I can tell you right now that over 1.5 favors more on the normal prediction. So we're going to be betting on the normal prediction this time around. I can already see 2 over 1.5. So let me see what is going to... Okay. Results for the week 4 is not yet out, because I can see this is predictions for week 5. So I think week 4 is still being played, or it has just played and it's not yet updated. But we're going to wait for the results for week 4. So if week 4 is an over 1.5, this simply means that this particular season is favoring over 1.5 on the normal. We're going to be playing over 1.5 on the normal. So let it load up. I'll use my VPN just to make sure the network is stable, because I use Airtel. So most times Airtel has issues with opening virtual football. If you're watching this video, if you use MTN, you have no issues with Sportybet. But if you're using Airtel, please make sure you use a VPN, Node, any VPN of your choice. It just helps to make it more stable, especially on the virtual football. Okay, so it's connected, so we're good to go. Let me refresh my page. Now I should be able to have a steady virtual football. And then my second biggest hack or biggest trick is whenever you bet a game, make sure you clear the game and refresh your page like 3 times. That way the website will be more efficient, or it will be more stable. If you play a game and you don't refresh the page over and over again, most times you'll be having issues like it doesn't get to update you and all that. So after each game, make sure you just refresh your page, like clear the game from your cart or the games that has been saved. No, clear it out and then refresh your page. You're filling up my tutorials from episode 1. You should probably know what I'm saying by now. So that way you get to have a stable version to bet on. Your games get better as fast as possible, and then everything updates very fine. Okay, so now let's get into it. We've been able to, has week 4 coming. Okay, this is week 4. So week 4 right now, I can see we're having a yellow. Yellow simply means it was a partial game. That means out of the 3 predictions, maybe 1 lost or 2 lost. If I change this graph to table, you'll be able to see it here. Like you can see, the first game won, second game won, but the third game failed. So this simply means we had a partial loss. At this particular point in time, what we could possibly do is just to wait longer and see what plays on week 5. Week 5 is going to determine if we're going to keep betting or if we're going to stay away from the market. Like, remember what I said, from week 1 to week 5 we're expecting 3 over 1.5. If we can get that, to proceed. If we don't get that, we stop. And now let me also add up that in future the way of tracking this graph could possibly change, because I know the betting companies will always be at alert to know what we're doing, how we're winning, how we're being stable in the market, and they would want to do every single thing to jeopardize our winning rate. Obviously they're here to make money, nobody's here to give you a free meal. So if they discover this our technique of studying the graph, they could actually tweak their system to work that way. 1 to 5 they will allow goals, and after then they would just start going the other way around, so our money gets blown out of proportion. So if it stops working tomorrow, just know that these are evidence that at one point in time it works, because I'm really tired of when I make videos at a particular time showing you how something works, and then maybe in future those things stop working, and I start seeing people calling me names because at a later point, the betting companies fixed up whatever loopholes or whatever thing that was working. It's really very annoying. So this should be an evidence that this is actually working as of now. Like, actually as of now it's working perfectly fine. From week 1 to week 5, if you have up to 3 over 1.5, you start betting on them. Okay, let me see what is going on. I think, okay, week 5 is not yet out. So okay, week 5 is out now. You can see that week 5 just came in. So that means week 7 will be what will be played very soon, because it updates like once you see the previous game, just know that another game is about to start. So looking at the graph right now, I can see from week 1 to week 5 we rarely had 3 over 1.5. So this simply means this season is not just advisable at all. If I switch over to normal prediction, you also see that, and to switch prediction, you also see that it is not advisable like at all. So what would likely do is to just stay away for now and wait till the following season. Normally I would just see this and see it's not advisable, and I will just step out from the market and come back when it's advisable to bet. But I'm going to be uploading this version for those people who don't know how to read graph, so they can watch it and read the graph. I think I'll just call it episode 1 reading graph, 50k daily episode 1 reading graph. So you should be able to know that this entails you to read the graph before you get into the market, because people just come often out of the blue, bet games without reading the graph, even when a particular season is favoring under. Like this season now is favoring under, I presume. If I go to under 1.5, you can see it's out of the 15 games that has been predicted, 15 games, 9 of the 15 games played under 1.5. If we were playing 1,000 naira for each game, we must have played a total of 15,000 naira for each of the games. So imagine each game that we get here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 games. If we're playing 1,000 naira for these games, it would have been a total of 15,000 naira. That means betting on 1k each on these games, but at a single, we must have bet a total of 15,000, and we must have gotten 31,570 naira. So this is almost making times 2. This is 15k and this is 31,000. So this is more than times 2. So this simply means this particular season has been favoring under 1.5. You can see under 1.5 winning back to back on this particular season. If I take this to normal, some under 1.5 lost. So this one is for switch, which if I check the graph, you'll be able to see that. Okay, let's go to over 1.5. You'll be able to see that it's quite bad. So reading the chart will let you know which market is favoring which. This market is favoring under 1.5. So this simply means the betting company is trying to recover all the money they've been playing. Let's assume the previous season has been playing over 1.5. So let's check the previous season. The previous season has been playing over 1.5. Okay, I can also see the previous season made a whole lot of losses. If I go to under 1.5, you can see profits. So if you notice from the previous season to which is last season, okay, this is last season. Let's go to over 1.5. Read the chart. You see from week 1 to week 5. From week 1 to week 5, that thing I was telling you to look out for did not show. So somebody who doesn't know how to read chart will still bet on here, and then they'll probably call me names, call me, scandal me, put unprintable name to my names, not knowing that they were betting on a season that did not favor over 1.5, but instead it favored under 1.5. Out of 114,000 naira, which is 114 predictions that was bet, 33 won. But because the odds for under 1.5 are quite big, if you had bet a total of 114,000, you'd have gotten back 119,010 naira. This is a profit of 5k. So if you're betting on this season, you'd have gotten 5k. And I think if you had even bet, maybe earlier, especially from here to here, and you pack and go, you would have even had better profits than just 5,000 naira. So this simply means this last season, was favoring more of under 1.5. What of the last 2 seasons? Last 2 seasons now, you can see that it's no longer favoring over under anymore. If I go over to over 1.5, you will see that over 1.5 it's won, but it did not really win so much on this time around. But all these are for switch prediction. So let's go to normal prediction. Normal prediction, I can say from week 1 to 5 we had about 3 games playing, but 6 to 7 did not play an extra 2. So this simply means it wasn't that advisable, but you could have at least still made some profit out of it, but it wasn't like what we actually get to look out for. So let's go to the last season. The last season, you can see this particular one had what we're looking for. From week 1 to week 5, we had up to 3 over 1.5. And if you read the chart, if you're very, very good at reading this chart for Martin Gay, which I think I'll create a function maybe this night that'll be able to, like after this graph, you're seeing this in future, you're going to see after graph, you'll be able to see a Martin Gay or bet flat. Like flat simply means you're betting each game flat. Like I'll accumulate so many games and I'll bet them singles. Let me show you what I mean. So if I go here right now, I can accumulate like 3 games and then place them single. I could do, okay, example, I could do 1, I could do 2, I could do 3, and instead of betting them triple, which means to multiply them, accumulate them, I could bet them single. So this is what you get when you bet single. Now when you bet singles, if one enters out of the 3, that is where you get yellow. If none of them enters, that is where you get a red, like this one, and none of them enter. So if you get to notice this previous season, looking at the graph, if you know Martin Gay very well, you'll be able to see that if we're doubling up after a
Well, this looks dangerous. Plenty of numbers up in support here. He's through on goal.
If we're doubling up after a loss, would have been able to make profit. So imagine playing 10k, you get extra 10, 10k extra 10, 10k extra 10, 10k extra 10, 10k you lose, you double, 20k extra 10, you have already made 50,000 naira. This simply means you don't get 50,000 naira already. Log out for the day, go have a drink, you have already achieved the 50k for the day. But now imagine you did this on a bad season like this particular season that is not favorable. You might end up blowing up your account. So make sure you understand when to enter the market and when not. So I know people will not watch these videos because people are allergic to reasonable information. They always want to hear how people are fighting in their marriage, how people are quarreling, how one bad thing happened. Whenever it comes to knowledge that would actually benefit them and help them to make money, nobody really cares. But if you're watching this video, thumbs up, kudos, because you're actually doing things that would help you. You see me right now, I'm able to make 50,000 naira every single day. Imagine you're the one making that amount of money. In a month, that's 1.5 million. In a year, we're talking about close to 18 million naira. So imagine making 18 million naira in a year simply just by sitting down on your computer and playing games on Sportybet. Now the difference between you and me is just this knowledge, and now the sweetest part is I'm not imparting this knowledge on you here on YouTube. And now if someone is asking why are you imparting this knowledge, please take that stinking thought out of my head. We have out of my site, we have people who come on YouTube, they teach you things. If you want to make any research, they want to learn anything about crypto, about forex, we have lots of professionals who teach and make tutorials online. These are usually white people. Why don't you find black people teaching? That's because the black man is selfish, and unfortunately I don't have that kind of mentality in me. So this is simply why every single thing I do, when I get to shoot. I know I've been talking, I did not play any game. You probably say, oh, this guy has been talking from morning to night. You're watching for the first time. He didn't play any game. He's claiming he makes 50k. You could please go watch episode from episode 18. I say episode 18, February 18. But notwithstanding, I'm going to be betting on the next season. The moment I notice the entry is good, I'll kick into it. Like I always say, I don't just bet for fun. I bet when I know I'll make profits. So the next time, this is the Okek. And wait, let us jam up one song a bit just for the outro.
I'm wearing the clothes. Go style. Go hate on me now.
You never get enough when it come to getting fitted. Niggas ain't ready for my Ferrari Scaglietti. Mario ain't dreaded.